the good juices from the fat so you make your gravy. Mark Charles is here with something that is always a popular choice from our friends at Henning Lee. Press a button and now all the drippings come out of the bottom and the fat is trapped inside.
Stays separated because they have the valve underneath and it stops on a dime, and now you can create your roux, your gravies, your au jus, simply because all of the fat is separated the old way.
And maybe you'll save that fat and you'll dole it out a little bit for seasoning or cooking, whatever.
Because the old way, my grandmother used to take the spoon, be like, oh, let me skim that fat off the top, and then
or people would put this whole pan in the refrigerator.
Correct.
And let the fat congeal, and then they'd scrape it all.
And it doesn't make any sense because we want to make things simpler now.
Yes.
So we've got this great system, which, by the way, completely dishwasher safe. Not only is it dishwasher safe, the whole thing comes apart. Look at this. So it really can get clean, okay?
This is so great.
It's got a measuring cup in it. And by the way, this is a 360 pour spout, folks. So to David's point, if you do want some fat, you want to pour it out with a little bit of fat, that's a 360 pour spout.
Because Steve was asking me earlier, why don't you want to make gravy with all the fat? Well, it'll be really greasy gravy, right?
Correct.
And you'll get great big dollops
and a true
of
au
grease.
jus should have no fat in it if you're doing an au jus.
Or if you're making a gravy and you're adding like a little slurry to it, then you want the drippings.
The drippings,
but not
correct.
the fat.
So
There's
you
a
get
little bit of fat that'll come in there.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you've got, this is a trap door on the top that holds all of the mirepoix, anything in there.
All the solids.
All of the solids, right? It separates, there's that piece, look, see? And when you let go, that little spout, which is a silicone button, opens up and then stops it completely in there every time you push that little button to release it. So it's just a smarter way of doing what we need to do, which is separate the fat and make our gravies and
How many
juice.
of you had a mom or a dad that had the old gooseneck gravy separators that would have the, you'd pour the juice out of the long gooseneck and then the fat would be saved inside? You'd have to hold your mouth just right?
That's right.
So this is what it's all about. We have this in a choice of colors, and we're going to go through those colors for you. I have them back here on the shelf.
Yep.
And it's important to know this is only $19.98. Holds 32 ounces?
Four cups. It's a four cup.
cups.
It's a four cups. Yep, 32.
And here is the red. I have gray. This is black.
Yep.
Then we have moss. And finally, that color is called, let me move out of the way, juniper.
It's my favorite color. I love that.
Well, I like saying it too. Juniper.
Juniper.
Juniper. And this is all dishwasher safe. And with the holidays coming, and I'm not talking about just turkey. I'm talking about maybe you're making a chicken gravy with the pan drippings from a roasted chicken.
Yeah, so
delicious on a Tuesday
here's a
night
nice
dinner.
Gravy.
Or maybe it's a prime rib gravy you're making to go with your prime rib roast.
Sorry. So again, what I love is it just takes minutes for the separation to sit, but you really want it to sit. And then if you just want that pure au jus, that gravy right over it, you can actually just pour. Look at that separation. This is a beef, and look, I just
and
get
now
to hydrate.
all we have is that hot au jus.
Isn't that beautiful?
Now, if you wanted to put that into a saucepan and make a little slurry with equal parts of water and flour, and then add that to your warm drippings.
So with the au jus, you want zero fat. I get to go right to the gravy boat.
Look at the steam coming off that. Look how hot it is.
Isn't that beautiful? So this will take the heat, no worries. And then if you look inside of there, not an ounce of fat inside of there.
Now, this is beef au jus?
Yeah, a beef au jus.
Okay. Let me just add this.
We're going to add that to it. Sure, why not?
Add this to the beef roast.
Why not? But look at that. Look how beautiful it is, guys. Not an ounce of fat on there. That's what I love. So let's put it to work real quick. David, I'm going to take a...
And then it's giving the veg a nice bath.
Correct. So I'm just going to pour this right over.
You're pouring all of that, what we call liquid gold.
Yep.
But what we don't want is the mirepoix. We don't want the garlic cloves.
The herbs.
The herbs.
Maybe there's a chicken bones left or turkey bones left.
Let this stand, because look what starts to happen.
Instantly it's starting to happen.
The fat rises to the top, and the liquid gold sinks to the bottom because it's heavier than the fat.
Yep. Isn't it amazing?
And then once it is separated, like this, and just a couple more minutes, it'll be completely done.
Yep.
Then you just release this button. It opens up that little trap door. Let me grab an empty one here just to show you.
Yeah.
On the bottom, see right here, there's a little stopper.
Yep.
When I press the button,
And that's silicone.
that silicone button comes up, and it allows the juices through, but not the fat.
And you have control. It is a large top. You just saw me pour a 9x10 baker in there with no worries. You don't need to like a special funnel or anything. It'll fit in there, and you just push. And
let me fill up my
at the
gravy boat
pure
again.
liquid gold. Look at that. with that fat separating. And again, to David's point, if you want a little bit of fat, that's a 360 pour spout. You can pour a little bit out of there. Some people do like, my grandmother always had a little bit of fat inside the gravy.
Sure.
So you can pour that out. Again, you have that strainer on there. Everything comes apart. It's all dishwasher safe. This is a smarter, easier, faster way of doing what we need to do for the holidays with all of the sauces and gravies we're making. And
You know,
and George's-
during Gourmet Holiday earlier, they were showing the Rostelli beef tenderloin
Yep.
roast. I might have had 3 pieces.
Might have.
And, I mean, when it came off the air, I might have attacked the table. But, you know, it was all protein. This is fantastic because what you're talking about is adding flavor and moisture back to what you're loving.
Correct.
And if you're roasting a chicken on a random Tuesday night for dinner, and I highly recommend because whole chickens are super affordable in the market, then you put it in a roasting pan, put a little mirepoix around it, a little onions, carrots, celery, maybe some garlic.
Yeah.
And then you season up that chicken and then let it roast.
Love.
Now, in the bottom, all these juices are collecting and fat is collecting. Pour it all into here and let this strainer grab all your solids, but it lets all of the liquids go through.
Every time.
Then the fats rise to the top and the liquid gold sinks to the bottom. And you release that into your
How great is that?
gravy boat on top of what you're making. Maybe when that chicken comes out of the oven, you're going to cut it up and then release that au jus or make gravy out of it and put it on the side. Oh, so
Adding salt and pepper, a little flour, you're making a gravy, you want to
tis
straight
the
up.
season.
This is just, I mean, think about it. If you're over the stove and you're trying to make that, we have a video and I got to show you. It's just really wonderful because it really shows you everything. Here's what we're talking about, the pour out that we're talking about. Capturing everything. It's wide mouth, so you don't need a funnel or anything. It starts to separate instantly. There's that button we were talking about, releases it on a dime, if you will. You have control. Look at the way it just stops and stop. Look at that. It's really great. There it again, pouring again. You do not need anything special because it is a wide top. Here's what I love over the stove top, making that roux. Isn't that wonderful? Just you're stirring with one hand, you're controlling with the other. You can really, really make that. There's a beautiful
And
gravy.
then make your beautiful gravy. And again, let me show you how easy it is to take apart. You simply take this portion apart.
Yep, it unscrews.
All of this screws out,
Yep.
and you can pop it right into the dishwasher.
All 3 pieces.
It's quick and easy. Even this little separator portion will come out,
Yep,
yes?
Yep, this, right, well, this part.
Oh, that part comes out, yeah.
The strainer
strainer.
comes out.
Strainer comes
so
out.
the strainer
Here we
pops
are.
off. Remember, you don't need to use the strainer. The strainer is to capture everything, and then you can actually take this all out and throw that out. And again, remember, this is a 360 pour spout, folks, so I can pour
Mark
anywhere
Charles,
I would
did
want.
you know that 2 months from today is Christmas Day?
No, you didn't just tell me that.
2 months from today.
Are you serious?
Today's the 25th of October.
It's happening too fast.
2 months from today will be Christmas Day.
You just gave me a little, like, electric shock just now, by the way.
I
wanna
say
tell you.
that just to make sure that everybody has looked at their calendar recently and
I have not,
understands
and thank
that
God for-
time is racing away from us. So get your fat separator now. How many of these are gone, Brian?
Great gift for the cook in your life.
Over 2,000 are gone, and this may be a self-purchase because how much problem is this going to solve come
Yep,
holiday season?
every time.
Because Tuesday is Halloween.
Uh,
Tuesday is
Wait, wasn't Labor Day yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
How is that possible?
And then Thanksgiving is the 23rd of November.
wow.
And 2 months from today is Christmas.
2 months from today.
From today!
I didn't even think of that. You just shook me to my core.
All right.
I got a lot of work
Start
to do.
shopping. Start shopping.
Seriously,
Start decorating.
Something. I
All
got
right.
to do
As
something.
soon as Halloween's over, get busy.
God.
All right. Now, hey, let's show you Poppy again, and we're going to bring this back for another quick look because it was so popular